Gemea, good afternoon. Welcome to another beautiful sunny day. It's really great that there is just such chill sunny weather. No rain, sun, feels great. A little windy today, but it's 11-12 degrees Celsius, which isn't bad at all. I think the next few days will be a bit colder, so the real winter will visit here. But I think, now that we're moving towards February, that's probably the coldest season. And no snow this year, yay! In the past few years, every time it snows, it's crazy. But you never know. Last time, it was a few years ago. Remember when it was the cherry blossom season and it snowed on that day? That was completely unexpected. Ugh. Actually, when the wind is blowing, it's kind of cold. Windless days with sun. Yeah. Oh, 24 Fahrenheit. What would that be in Celsius? That sounds cold, right? Something around 0. Yeah, with the wind, it's very, very chilly. But another plus is you can hoist your laundry and it's dry in just a few hours under this dry weather. Perfect money saving. Oh, yeah, strong wind. End of the world. Come on, let's sink in here into this depression. Maybe there'll be less wind. I'm eating my hunter's stew, the Bigos, every day. It's so good, so good. But I haven't rinsed the sauerkraut I added to the existing sour cabbage with mushrooms for Christmas, and well, it's a little bit on the sour side, but still good, still good. Below freezing, which is 32. Oh wow, that's cold! My goodness. Be careful, do not slip on ice. Always so many people get injured, especially in places where the snow does not fall usually. Tons of people injure themselves, but no snow. Yeah, that's good, that's good. Is nice. I'm flying my Huey, and yesterday I discovered there are two separate fan-made mission generators. So I'm going to generate my own exciting missions, like delivering troops or food or surrender documents and things like that. I'm so excited. And also I have installed the OBS Studio on the computer, so I can now stream that game to this YouTube here. So you can enjoy the boring flight with me. Sort of looks pretty cool. I did some test runs. I don't have a great mic, but you know, sound from the helicopter, I don't know, will it be too annoying or not? I have two settings, the real sound and the one you hear in your headphones on the helicopter. It's going to snow in our southern states though. They don't count. Anything that's south, that's pretty exciting. You know, this is the slow time in Canada. Like nothing is happening, slow news. And that's where the action goes to the snow in US and the disaster it causes. I mean, you know, for us it's like, yeah, we've got some 2 meters here. You will watch. I don't know if you can stay awake, you know. But it's kind of, you know, fun for me, I guess. Yesterday I walked through this cemetery. Today I'm here. I have to figure out, you know, the flight simulator, the real airlines and stuff. I haven't tried it with the new joysticks yet because I'm still so in love with the digital combat simulator and the helicopter. The good thing about the flight simulator, it's very realistic, so everything looks like the real world. It's very, very, very neat to see. These flowers smell so good. Look at this. Resistant to frost and freezing. Need a little bit of water maybe. Oh, so shiny. So shiny. There was some section here, maybe children. Look at this. 150. Oh, this is the commemoration of 150 years of Tokyo parks. They planted this strange tree. I don't know what this is. It's like a pine, but not pine. Conifer, maybe? Koyamaki from Japanese. They didn't write English, unfortunately. So we don't know what Koyamaki is. This is the children's garden here. I love this. Look at this. These guys. They are always growing in the winter, like a wild cabbage or something. There's also that stuff there. Some orange. Who knows what that is? And this looks like balsam. Oh, interesting. Balsam tree. There is news in Canada. Trudeau is leaving. Oh, finally. Just about time. He had no support at all. Yeah, we'll see who replaces him. Everyone is scared of those tariffs now. And becoming the 51st state, or which one is it? How many states do you guys have? I don't know. Yeah. Hate those things, yeah. When he was in the office during the Periscope time, I wrote a letter to him, and I wanted him to send me his photographs, signed, and he did. I still have it somewhere. It's so awesome. And I think I gave one to some other periscoper. Yeah. Since I have installed my streaming on my computer, I can now play any game and stream. It's gonna be so exciting. Usually no one is watching. The Steam store usually it has its own streaming feature, but you know, no one is ever there. Maybe I'll get better luck with YouTube. Oh, security communication. What is that? Something. Not sure what. Company maybe. Oh, nice, no wind. There's a plant pot here. Oh, it's broken. Thought I could claim it. They still have the lawn on the field covered with tarps. Yeah, he was handsome. He was a pretty young prime minister, I think. I wonder, what do these guys do after they finish with politics? Do they have some workplaces to go to, or do they have just enough salary saved, or do they retire? See this tarp. This must take forever to unwind the tarp like this. Wow. Oh, the Vendée Globe. There are two guys. They're almost together. I wonder, you know, they're approaching the finish, and I wonder who's gonna win. And what was it, yesterday or the day before? The German guy's boat got struck by lightning. He's okay, but there's so many things that got fried on his boat. I don't know what's he gonna do. Well, he quit. Coming soon. Do you remember when Trudeau's father was the prime minister? When was it? Like 70s or something? He was very popular too. Biden will retire, but Trudeau will still quite young. Biden, he retired 40 years ago probably. He's just doing the presidency for fun. He's so old. It's amazing how old he is. I remember when the George Bush Sr. was here. He was pretty old back then, with his wife Barbara. And I remember when his son came to, like the Junior Bush. He was like a little cowboy. He would be like attacking people in the middle. Ah. 60s, 70s, yeah, something like that. Long time ago. Long time ago. Wow, what a nice view here. Let's zoom in and see. Oh, that is a high power line for trains. It's a train line. Oh, some mountains. Nice. And over there must be some big station because I can see buildings. Oh look, there's my helicopter. The one I've always wanted to fly. If you see my Huey, you'll think, my gosh, this guy is gonna crash. Whenever I land, it's like that is very dangerous tango dance or waltz. The cowboy, yeah. Yeah. Ah, green tree, nice. And plum tree here. 2 more weeks and the spring with plums comes. Yeah. Look at this. Yeah, this one might be a little bit later. Reminds me to buy honey. I'm gonna visit the beekeeper. Everything is good, but he has no parking. Maybe I'll just jump on a bicycle and go there. Then cycling up the mountain is tough. Wow, look at this. So many buds. Run, get in it. So quiet. Yeah, I should board that helicopter. I basically know how to fly Huey, which is so archaic. It shouldn't be too difficult to fly that thing. After I get over Huey, I'm going to buy the Longbow Apache. It's also a lot of fun, and maybe I think the most modern that that simulation has. Or maybe I'll just be flying. You know, the flight simulator. Last year I bought the flight simulator, and this year there's already a new version. So what a waste of money. Every time they release a flight simulator, it's more expensive. The one, I think I paid $88 on the previous one, and it was already discounted because the new one was coming. And the new one, it's without any discounts, I think it's $100-something. It's almost impossible to buy. And it's not as good as, well, the graphics are good, but it's not as good as it's not as real as the real airplane. But the digital combat simulator, those have like the super realism, very close to the reality. Blades on the rotor, I mean. Just fly over Manhattan. I only have Caucasus and Mariana Islands for the military one, but for the flight one, I do have the whole world. I can actually fly over Manhattan. Maybe I can learn. Maybe I can land in that park you have there. was talking about the little airplane where you can collapse the wings and just take it with you, almost like a car. I was flying that last year, 2-person mini airplane. Very, very fun. And it's real. I thought it was just, made up, but it is indeed real. You can buy it for, I don't know, 50,000 more. I think more. I forgot its name. Who would have known I would be flying airplanes? And streaming. Oh, so beautifully blue. And there's a soaring bird. Looks like the kite bird. Falcon? No, not falcon, kite. Yeah, New Year's is the traditional kite flying season. Nice winds, sunshine. You can land in the park where I garden. I haven't tried helicopters in the flight simulator, I have to tell you. But if there's enough runway or place to land, I probably can do it with the little one. To the airport here, or waiting. Oh, I have good news from my family in Poland, as we were always making, family tree. I think it's now 30 years. Finally, one of my great uncles have dug into one of the church's records, and I have my further ancestors, my 6th great grandfather, all the way back to early 1700s. What surprised me that they still lived in the same place. It's just after 900s we kind of started to disperse slowly. But wow, that's so cool. There were so many kids that, someone lived like 5 years old, boom, dead. And this was like, 1700s and stuff. Tough times. Tough times. I wish I could have more records and go back more, like the kings have. Kings have everything traced down and written, and for us, nothing. Ah, man. Red light. We shall wait. Hover over the Hudson River. Yeah, that's so true. So true. My favorite was flying around Mount Everest. And then I thought, I'm gonna just fly around my mom's house in Canada. But the scenery wasn't so amazing. Yeah. But it was fun. City on the prairies. Okay, a few more seconds. There's no one here. Alright, green light. Oh, the car is coming over there. Ancestry school, yeah. I did the DNA test, and I traced my DNA all the way back to Africa. I know all my legendary great mothers and grandfathers. Out of Africa to Middle East, from Middle East to Caucasus. Once the Caucasus was crossed, we went to the west. And then we just settled. Polish people didn't arrive in the land which is now Poland till 6th century. So, before us there were other people living there. Maybe before there were Celtic people. Actually, we don't really know. We can tell, we divide the history by culture, like culture of the waved ceramic, or culture of this and that. Because it's not really like countries don't really exist for real. Or like the Silesia, that historic area. I mean, today it's in 3 different countries: Germany, Czechia, and Poland. And the people there, I don't know. Sometimes they live and they speak the same language, but they're not from the same country. Isn't that weird? Or they speak their country's language, but they have the dialect in that area, each of them. So it doesn't sound like the language from their country. Like in Poland today, that's the case too. Silesia was pretty much Polish since 11th century, maybe 10th century. Our king, Mieszko I. He is the guy who took baptism and became king. I think it was 998. Then we had so many, relations with Czechia, because they married some royal people. What do you call it? Princesses. History is so complicated in Poland that if you want to study it, you will just say no thank you. Oh, recently they found, where was it? In Vilno, in, what is it? In Ukraine, I think. Vilno, Ukraine? Lithuania. Vilno is in Lithuania. They found the funerary coronation crown jewels, like the scepter, orb, and crown of the Polish-Lithuanian rulers, because at that time we were a commonwealth of 2 countries. So that was a surprise. They found it like hidden in somewhere in the church. The whole line of kings come from their king, Jagiełło, Władysław Jagiełło, Jagiellon line. And after that, you can trace all his descendants And before that, at Mieszko, those were the line of Piast. Also very long, my goodness. And Jagiełło married the Hedwig or Jadwiga. I think she was, where was she from? She was from Hungary or not Czechia. And I went, to Krakow Cathedral in the castle up there, and I saw her, burial sarcophagus. And of course, she's a saint by now, like the Roman Catholic saint. So they have exhumed her, and they have taken the burial, scepter, orb, and they have it on display. Also, what's really cool. Do you remember when Jesus is crucified on the cross by the Romans? There's one soldier that goes there, and he tries to figure out whether he's really dead on that cross or not, and he throws that lance into his heart, or he just pokes him with it. So that's the lance of Longinus, or the spear of destiny, whatever they call it. But when Poland became a Christian country, King Otto of Germany gifted the replica of this holy lance to the king in Poland. And we have it still in the treasury, and I've seen it. It's quite cool. I wonder what the original one is. I heard it somewhere in France. So do the Jews belong to Lithuania or Poland now? Both? I mean, at that time we were one country. Plus Ukraine was in our union as well. So it was like a three-country country. And if you search, Jagiełło, Władysław Jagiełło, he's famous in the Battle of Grunwald, which is in today's Poland. And back then, it was a battle against the Lithuanian Polish Commonwealth versus the Teutonic Knight Order that was taking. The Teutonic Knight Order were monks that was sent by Pope to convert people to Christianity, but they have been taking, through years and years land in Poland, building big castles, and we couldn't get rid of them. They were just, making their own country there, which I think later became Prussia. But we had this battle in Grunwald. It's also called the Battle of Tannenberg in the 14-something year. One of the biggest battles in Europe. And guess what? They still there in the fields find the different bones and stuff. Because there were just so many dead people there. I don't think they could bury everyone. And I think there's a movie about it, but Polish movie, so not so interesting. And also paintings in Poland done by painters in the 18th, 19th century. Quite amazing, quite amazing. This was Polish-Lithuanian King Władysław Jagiełło versus the Teutonic Knight Order and versus the Grand Master Ulrich von Jungingen. Very, very German. I mean, they were Germans pretty much. So, but monks with in armor, with swords. Well, crosses, right? But sword is a cross anyway. So scary. They were terrifying. Polish people around there, abusing them. Anyway, we won. This was a really awesome victory. Anyway, I gotta get going now. Thanks for coming, and have a nice, fantastic Friday tomorrow. So bye for now, and I will try streaming my boring Huey helicopter ventures. I need to figure out how to put the chat so I can read your chat. Anyway, bye for now.